Happy Monday, right? Motion Monday. Out with the squad. See, Motion Monday, right? What you do with your time? What you do with your time is on you. You not in motion on your time, that's on you. If you're not building with your time, that's on you. But at the end of the day, those that are building, those that are grinding, those that are making a way. And if you are just in the way, you're gonna feel some type of way. You're gonna feel some type of way, right? But if you're not in the way and you're making the way, well, hey, you get motion. And one thing about this source movement, it is motion. See, they ignored it. Well, they thought they was ignoring it, right? Just like today, right? I'll put the play out there for y'all, right? It's already trending. But when Cam and Mace respond, right? When Cam and Mace respond, right? When Cameron and Mace respond to J Prince, right? And then all of you followers, right? You guys are followers, right? Jump on the wave, right? Because that's what's gonna happen, right? Instead of people being leaders, right? Or free thinkers, right? And doing their own thing, they're gonna wait, right? That's what they're doing, right? They're gonna wait, right? But some people already jumped out there and spoke on it. A lot of people that are not leaders, respectfully, they're followers, right? Right? But see, one thing about a follower, right? And I take pride in being a leader, right? I take pride in being a leader. Just because I'm not your leader or you don't follow my lead, you can never take from my motion. And that's what I'm gonna start standing more on. Because a lot of you guys are followers, are clowns, people with no honor, lame shit. So when you see principles, when you see somebody with motion and honor and righteous, and you don't follow that, what do? You try to downplay what they got going on. Meanwhile, they the ones moving the needle. They the ones moving the needle, right? Now, they not gonna give me my props, right? Watch this J Prince Cam shit spark like crazy, right? And I told y'all yesterday, right? Because see, unlike what a lot of y'all don't want to accept or give me my props for, not only have I been, I'm one of the biggest producers in the game. Shout out to my man NYT. I've been one of the biggest producers in this media game, right? Right? And I got the stats to show it now. But I've been one of the biggest producers, UGK of this, publicist, media marketing agent of this, right? But see, a lot of y'all are jealous, turned down followers of guys who attempted to manipulate y'all. Some of these guys even attempted to steal my style, even trying to riff like me, right? But they can't do it like the source. But yes, this J Prince, Cameron and May shit is about to pop off. It already is popping off. But today they will respond, right? They will respond, and a new wave will be sparked now, right? And a new wave will be sparked. But I told y'all about this wave yesterday. Some of y'all jumped on it, Others, like I said, the ones that don't jump on it, they're gonna jump on it, you're a follower. You're not a leader. And that's the reason why you're not growing, because leaders grow. Followers stay stagnated with no motion, right? See, and I'm gonna use me as an example, right? Earl Spence, where you at, boy? Where you at, Earl Spence? You're hiding. You know why you're hiding? Because you went against the grain as well, and you're not a leader, right? Derrick James, where you at, boy? Yeah, I call y'all boys, because y'all try to disrespect and lie on honor. Now look at you. Where y'all at? Where you boys at? You some good old boys. Where y'all at? Y'all hiding, right? Especially Earl Spence, right? You know why Earl Spence is hiding? Because he's not relevant. Yeah, he's not relevant. He fell from grace, right? But if he was really honorable and righteous, he really didn't fall from grace. He just caught an L. But when you have no honor, right? Check this out, Tobe. Check this gem I'm giving you, right? When you have no honor and you've been a foul, wicked individual, that's what happens to you. You fall from grace. Because people take losses in life all the time, but they don't fall off. They just take a loss. This guy took a loss. Look at him, he's hiding. He's irrelevant, right? Because he's been a foul, unhonorable, wicked individual. But where you at, boy? Where you at, boy? Come pay your fare. Come pay your fare, right? But, you know, let's see what happens though, right? Because I see y'all, listen, I'm gonna speak on this dude's name, right? Another nigga that's hiding right now, right? Right? You can go wherever you wanna go, but you're hiding, right? We have back-to-back banger events out here on the East Coast, right? Check the vibes out, right? A lot of y'all leader, right? Because a lot of y'all, this is one of y'all leaders, right? That nigga was hiding. Y'all listen, these are, he didn't cover neither one of these fight cards, neither one of these events. You know where he covered them from? Seclusion and hiding, right? Seclusion and hiding. You know why? Because he's not honorable, nor is he righteous. Nor is he righteous, right? He's not honorable, nor righteous. Come on, y'all. That's why he covered both of these events. And look, only the mindless zombies was checking for that dumb shit. Anybody that is credible, that is a free thinker, they seen right through that shit like, yo, why this dude who claims to be all these things in boxing wasn't on the scene for back-to-back weeks? Because the jig is up. See, the jig is up with a lot of these internet weirdos, man. And I said I wasn't gonna say that word, but sometimes you gotta bring it back to let them know where it's coming from. See, a weirdo does weird shit and weird activities. There's no way you're supposed to be somebody in boxing and you have back-to-back bangers in your backyard and you're not on the scene. Not only is that a weirdo activity, that is strange activity. But y'all don't hear me though. The news by Shaw News. So this dude, right, puts out some bullshit content as always, right? But you know what he does? He wants to bring up irrelevant people, right? There's a reason why Bud Crawford and Boots Ennis's names is being tied together, right? Because Boots Ennis knows who the big relevant dog is. Notice I didn't say fish. I said dog, right? Terence Crawford is the big dog, right? Whereas the big fish, he's hiding, man. He's not a factor, right? That's why he didn't say anything, right? Because if Boots does not move right, Boots will just end up being another Earl Spence. Let me say that once again, right? If Boots does not move right, he will end up being another Earl Spence, right? Remember, because look, Earl Spence was that guy once upon a time, right? All of the hype, all of the buildup was around Earl Spence, right? Spence took one loss, right? And like I said, there's nothing wrong with losing, right? The greats have lost. People lose. But when you lose and you've been a manufactured, the same word that they try to talk about Terence Crawford, when you've been a built-up gimmick. Yes, a gimmick. Come outside, boy. Where's your honor at? You've been a gimmick. You've been a fraud. You've been a fake. Forever and a day. You've been a drunk. You've been a liar that hid behind other liars, right? Now, like any liar / coward, when the light is on, you see the light right there? The light is shining down. That vitamin D, they gotta run and hide. And that's what you see taking place. So when you hear these content creators trying to bring him up, saying why didn't he pop his head out on Twitter or nothing over the weekend and say anything? Because he's not relevant. He's not relevant, right? And I hear the comparisons about the different eras and all that. Nah, listen, this is the fight game, brother. This is the fight game. As long as you are an active fighter and you have not hung up the gloves, you are still in the mix. But y'all don't hear me though. Let me get to this chat, man. Salute to the 9 strong in here, right? Smash my like button. I should have 9 likes. But sometimes when a real official Mike Banger is kicking the facts, they can't take it in. Appreciate that, Tobe. Tobe says facts, y'all. Facts. That is correct, man. That is correct. Yesterday, they had, I would have walked through the school, y'all, but I took the long way around. Came up 5th Avenue a little bit because summer school is in session. I don't want to have to whoop no ass, man. You know, it's not the weekend. It's Monday today, so summer school is in session over there at Brentwood High School. And you know, some of the security be extra tough until you start flexing on them, right? I ain't want to have to whoop no ass, man. So we just took the, you know, we getting our cardio in early in the morning. And normally, you know me, I cut through the school. Come on, what are you doing? What are you doing? You see your brother trying to take a shit, man. Hold the fuck up, man. Man, pardon my language, y'all. Pardon my language. But yes, man, you know, get on the wave, y'all. Don't look. Watch how many of y'all following. Everybody that I see follow this whole J Prince, Cam and May shit when it pop off, I'm gonna clown the fuck out of y'all. You know why I'm gonna clown the fuck out of y'all? Because you know who really produced this, right? I did. And I told y'all, right? But once again, right? Like I said, a lot of y'all secretly have been always in competition with the news by Shaw News, right? But when you are in competition with somebody that has already reached the pinnacle time and time again, right? But it's just humble, you never understand because you still like this. I'm gonna use this for example. I took off today, right? I called out, right? But when I go into work tomorrow, I am a heavy equipment operator. One stage under being a foreman, right? Now, if you still look at me as a laborer or a security guard, you are lost in the sauce. Because I just told you my title, right? But that's how these people on this internet will look at you, right? Meanwhile, like I said, I'm heading to my 14th fight as a Team Tucker member, right? But yeah, you got content creators, people on this internet, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, that want to talk to me like the guy that Earl Spence and Derrick James attempted to play, right? That's it. That's how a lot of y'all still look at me and want to carry it. And you see how I still get at them. And I, like Gumbo said, I'm still stepping on their neck. Where they at, man? Where they at? Tell them to come outside, man. Tell them to come outside, man. But that's how a lot of y'all still view me. Meanwhile, like I just said, but hey, what do I know? I'm going into my 14th fight. And my family, my fighter, will be a world middleweight champion. Now, those that really rock with me know what's up, man. Those that don't rock with me definitely know what's up. And the official that support me see the play, understand the play, and when it happens, they're gonna be saluting me even more harder. But the ones that never was down, never was a part of the business, was a naysayer, was an onlooker, still wants to talk to me like these bozo clowns that lied on me. Hopefully y'all are catching this sauce. The news by Shaw News, man. Got my guys out here. Can y'all dig it? Can y'all dig it? That's a fact, Tobe. They can't. Cause I'm kicking that, yo, Tobe, I'm kicking that ism. You know that ism. H to the Izzo, B to the Izzy. Yo, yesterday they had the fish fry over here. I should have documented it for y'all. Yesterday they did. Cause look, you see the field. They cleared the whole field out over there. This is like the Brentwood Indians, like the youth league right here. They had the bouncy houses. They had the everything up here yesterday for the community right here. They had the fundraiser shit, but it was free. But they was selling the fish dinners. See, the tent is still up. Yesterday, that was yesterday. You know, good times, man. See the outhouses. I call them the outhouses. I'm old school, y'all. I'm old school. But yeah, when Jihad becomes a world middleweight champion, it's about a year away, man. Watch the play. It's about a year away, man. Know what I mean? It's something like, listen, if y'all ain't getting on the wave now, man, and y'all say I talk too much now, watch. When he becomes a world champion, y'all really ain't gonna have the funds to fuck with me. Like my man Toby always be saying, right? Like Toby always says, Mr. 10%. Mr. 10% might be 20%, man. I'm just keeping it a buck with you, man. And the ones that laughed, right? You niggas ain't even gonna be able to contact me for an interview. Y'all gonna have to interview Coach Reem. Real talk, y'all gonna have to interview Reem. And like I said, Reem's going rate might be $1,000, man. Just to have her bless your platform. Cause I know right now y'all don't got the stats that Reem got, man. I know right now. And I stand on that, man. I put whatever up, man. I put whatever up. Let me ask y'all this, man. If y'all know numbers real quick, right? If y'all know numbers, right? If the odds is 108 at plus 108, right? And I put up $100, how much money do I win? If I put up 100, if I put up 1,000, how much do I win, right? If I bet $1,000, right? And the odds are plus 108, how much money do I win? How much money do I win for those of y'all that are number crunchers, man? How much do I win? Right? How much money do I win? Because it was some good action this weekend, man. FanDuel had the double your bets, the 50%. They still have that, but ain't no boxing on. Ain't no boxing on. But you can still use those boosts. You can use those boosts on your bet. Hold on, stay right here. Let's go. Come on, course, boy. Course. Cause I used one of those boosts this weekend, man, right? I needed my parlay to hit, man. I should have took, right? I bet it against Tevin Farmer, right? My Tevin Farmer parlay didn't come through, right? I should have took the decision, but I thought that Tevin was gonna lay down. Tev did not lay down. Salute to Tev. In my opinion, Tev won that fight, but I didn't bet it. I didn't bet with Tev. Had that parlay came through, I had a nice parlay because I bet it against Pete Dobson on that parlay. Pete Dobson lost. Jaleel Hackett won. That three fight parlay, the only one that didn't come through was the Tevin Farmer, because Maatayo did not stop him. I should have bet the decision, but I knew Maatayo was going to get the victory. He's the house money. but I do not feel like he won the fight. But, you know, everything happens for a reason. Now you see Keyshawn Davis is on his helmet. I do not believe. I'm waiting for a couple responses from some people, but I definitely do not believe that Top Rank is going to make that fight. I know I seen Keyshawn on Twitter on his helmet calling out Mayatayo or Muataya, right? You know, but I don't think they'll make that fight, man. You know, they spent too much time building him, and then you have content creators. Now you see how some of your content creators that absolutely know nothing about boxing, they have changed up their opinion on Ray Muataya. But if you know boxing, you would know. But see, it's like, see, one thing that I have been learning about boxing now, from really, like I said, being hands-on and talking to the different players, right? The ultimate manipulators, and I say that respectfully, in a good sense, manipulators, are the matchmakers, right? The Brad Jacobs, the Brad Goodmans, the Tom Browns, right? Tom Brown is the matchmaker for the PBC as well as the promoter, right? See, these guys make matchups, right? And then you get fans that don't know what they're watching, right? And they're programmed, right? Now, guys that know boxing, rest in peace to Roger Mayweather, right? But if you know what you're watching and you know what you're looking at, right? A lot of times you can't be fooled. You can't be fooled as a fan, right? Now, I've been told, but like I said, they don't hear me though, man, right? You know who my guy was? Abdullah Mason. Look what his dad was calling him. Dula! Y'all seen the video? Dula! Told you that's Dula the jeweler, man. Dula the jeweler, right? I've been told y'all Abdullah was the goods, right? Now I said Abdullah will whoop them all. When these dudes was talking about Raymond Muataya and Frank Martin, I was like, yo, man, Abdullah will whoop every single last one of them, because I'm not a programmed boxing fan. I know about matchups, I know about styles, from just like I said, being around people, asking these questions and talking to them and seeing how they do the matchups. Now, Tevin Farmer, like I said, I'll bet against Tev because I knew Tev was not going to win the fight. But Tev put on quite a performance. I felt like he won the fight. Brad Jacobs and Brad Goodman made that fight. You know why? Because they deep down inside knew that style matchup was going to be a problem. But what they figured was this. Tevin is a much older fighter, right? Pay attention to these gems that I'm giving y'all, right? You see how I set my boxing talk up? Because I'm not giving out my boxing talk like that no more. I'm gonna get off what I want to get off, and then I'll drop the boxing gems, right? But the reason why they set this fight up, how they set this fight up, right? Because they figured that Tev was a much older guy now, wasn't as active, so he wasn't going to be as slick. But you see, Tev was still slick, right? And the outcome was the outcome. Raymond got the decision, but man, he is exposed. Now, see, there is a reason why Raymond Muataya has never fought that style of a fighter. That's why when I was watching content creators who absolutely know nothing about boxing, and they were saying how when Raymond Muataya was knocking guys out who Brad Goodman and Brad Jacobs wonderfully matched him with, and they were saying that this guy would beat Shakur, and I'm like, man, you don't know boxing. You are a program content creator that has other program dummies listening to you, because Shakur will box lessons around this guy, man. It's easy to knock out guys that's standing in front of you. It's easy to knock out guys that have no movement, what we like to call don't know how to swim and not get wet. Now, when you know how to swim and not get wet, you're going to give Raymond Muataya problems. And that's what we've seen take place with who? Tevin Farmer, right? Now you see the young boys, Keyshawn Davis, who I think that would be a good fight. But Keyshawn can box and move, right? But Keyshawn, well, no, I'm not gonna. I can't give away my consulting on that. I just say, out of the matchups, right? The more favorable matchup for him It's not Shakur Stevenson. It would be Keyshawn Davis. Because Keyshawn, and this is the free gem right here, Keyshawn tends to like to bang. Likes to bang. He said Jihad versus Homicide gonna be a good fight in about a year or so. And Hamza is a good Turkish ambassador, so you talking big money, Shah. Mr. 10%. Yeah, well, Jihad he's about a year away, right? Since you brought that up, right? I'm gonna share a quick inside gem with you, Told, right? In about next year, right? Because Janabek is done. Janabek is done. Janabek will probably, in all likelihood, be relinquishing those belts. You know, the report said that Janabek was dehydrated. No, Janabek fainted. Janabek almost died attempting to make 160. That is not healthy. He fainted because he had no oxygen on the brain. Now, a lot of you guys that talk boxing don't know about this. Do y'all? Some of y'all will claim you do, but until you show me your work or show me you in the trenches, just not on YouTube discussing boxing, but actually in the gym, you know, showing level changing. And I speak on things that I actually witness and know. You can't really tell me shit, respectfully. But yes, Janabek almost died, right? When they said that he fainted, right? That's what the report said, that he fainted, you know, dehydrated, but he fainted at medical on Thursday before the weigh-in. I immediately knew from being around boxing a lot of my life, but now more as a team player, I said, yeah, dude had no oxygen on the brain. He was really depleted, man. So in all likelihood, he's done at 160. What will happen now is he has the WBO and the IBF. If you look at how things are being set up on the top rank side, the probably number 1 or 2 guys to fight, but they are in all likelihood trying to set Troy Isley up for the WBO. Troy Isley just won some form of the WBO, like an international, intercontinental, some form. So he will be in some mix of that, right? This will probably happen sometime next year, 2025. The IBF, in all likelihood, being that top rank, has that belt now. If you know the business, you know the business. They are probably going to make some sort of arrangement via Boots Ennis. You know how Boots Ennis and them made their arrangement to get the IBF belt from Bud. Some type of arrangement will be made, and I'm pretty sure that Top Rank is not trying to let the IBF belt go. So maybe they can get one of their fighters to fight for that vacant, because those 2 belts will be vacated very shortly. Remember where you heard that first, man. Remember where you heard that first, man. The news by Shaw News. Well, as you can see, look, got my guys out here. We are doing our laps. We are doing our laps this morning, getting that good cardio in. Normally, I would have had them in the field, moving and grooving. But like I said, today is Monday. You know, summer school is in session. It's spring again. This is one of the mosques right here. You know, see the mosque? This is one of the mosques. We have a couple of mosques around here. You know, there's another one a little more up the road. They have some nice facilities, man. Look, nice facilities, man. You know why they have their facilities, right? I'm gonna tell you why. Because they're builders, right? This is a little off, but it's on topic, right? They're builders, right? Whereas other people, they're not even destroyers, right? They just don't know how to build. All they know how to do is try to compete or try to outshine you, where these people build. That's why you see they have so many mosques, and they go up because they all combine their resources and their funds. And anytime you see stuff like this take place, this is what you know is happening. That's why I was so big on telling you when it pertains to this whole Yeah, I'm gonna say their name, the LDBC shit. I told y'all they was very weak. I always called them weak because I said, damn, the jig is up with you guys too. You guys are frauds and scammers. Because if you guys were really moving the way you were moving, you would have been made more moves. You would have been made more moves, right? You just wouldn't be no YouTube community trying to attempt to do views. You'd have been putting on shows. You would have been managing fighters. You would have been signing fighters. You would have been representing fighters. I know that's the one of the narratives that they try to push, right? And look, nobody never answered my question when the dude sat on there and said he walked away from millions. And I was like, yo, what are you doing boxing that you walked away from millions of dollars? That sounds like Keith Conley waking up one morning. Keith Conley's the manager. His fighter Khalil Cole just got a second round knockout, right? Also managed Edgar Berlanga, Danny Jacobs, many fighters, right? That's like Keith Conley waking up saying, yo, I'm done with boxing. Who walks away from millions of dollars that's really involved, right? But when I asked that question, you see it went unanswered, right? See, these guys never really be doing nothing on boxing other than coming on YouTube, running scams, not even plays, right? Because when you're running real plays, you're scoring. These guys are running scams, right? That's why they're always switching it up. The News by Shawners. Hopefully y'all are catching the source. He said, in the UK, we have check weights. If you don't hit them, you can only make a weight the BBBOC deems healthy. Yeah, Janabek is done, bro. He's done. He almost died, man. That dude almost died, bro. Boxing is a deadly, deadly game, man. But Buddy almost died, man. You know, he's pretty much done at middleweight, man. And a lot of these guys that go down to welterweight like that, right? The reason why they don't want to move up, right? Because a lot of the welterweights, that's what they are, middleweights. But they know middleweights, right? They'll be fighting guys they size, man. Everybody was like, damn, why did y'all move Jihad up so fast? We didn't move him up so fast. That is nature, right? You got to remember, Jihad turned pro at 17 years old, right? 17 years old, he was a welterweight. See, when you're just an onlooker, an online onlooker, and you don't want to give the props and give the acknowledgement, if you really watched the content, right, and you supported the content, you would have seen how Jihad was growing, right? Because, you would have seen how he was growing, right? So when he missed weight in December of 2022. A lot of online onlookers, right? Fake ass fans, they jumped to conclusions. Meanwhile, if they was on point and actually knew what the fuck they be speaking on and call themselves, instead of just being computer, cornballs, right? They would have said to themselves, yeah, okay, he turned pro at 17, now he's 19, right? Human nature says that he's growing, right? He's growing. Whereas a lot of these respectfully dishonorable cowards that we follow are grown, washed up men, right? That, are straining their grown ass bodies to stay at a weight class that they've been outgrew, right? But when you don't know what you're watching, or you listen to people that got you programmed that are not leaders, you're lost, right? So he turned 19 and he missed weight. Man, they tried to ridicule him, but meanwhile, the young man, now 21 years old, was growing, getting taller, getting bigger, right? So we did the 154. We did the 154, right, for a good year. All of a sudden, I remember if you watch my one of my videos, I remember we was in the gym. And I said to myself, I said on the live, I was like, God damn, He was looking like Marvelous Marvin Hagler. And I think Combat or somebody might have commented and they laughed, right? Because I told Jihad, I was like, damn. I said, yo, I can't fuck with you now. I have to back that thing out on you. I was like, look how big you are. It was only a matter of time. Middleweight division, here we are. The man is big, man. The man is big. He's like a lot of these guys, right? How you guys speak about Boots Ennis being big. Boots Ennis is, you know, he's making welterweight. But if you watch the fight with David Avanesian, right? Boots is clearly a middleweight fighter, man. I remember when I interviewed Boots many years ago and I asked him, right? See, a lot of these guys that granted me interviews back in the day, now at times they don't want to interview me because the fighters, the teams, the actual players in the game know I get busy. They know, right? That's why a lot of these guys don't really like fucking with me as far as, you know, coming on my platform or getting it in with me because they see that I am official, right? And they also know I'm Team Tucker. But they know that when it comes to speaking boxing and talking boxing, I know what I'm talking about, right? But I remember asking Boots back then, right? Because I was like, damn. I was like, yo, how big do you rehydrate? He didn't answer. He didn't answer back then. Come on, Daffy, come on. Come on, let's move, right? He did not answer, right? Because they knew walk, man, walk. You're not getting off the leash today, y'all can't. Move. Stop being lazy, move. But he did not answer. But if you watch the David Avanesian fight, for those of y'all that got DAZN, Matchroom, rewatch it again. Look at the size difference. Boots Ennis was a middleweight fight night. He rehydrated very big, very large. Whereas David Avanesian probably, you know, was the actual welterweight that rehydrated like a welterweight. Whereas Boots Ennis looked like a big middleweight. But, you know, to each his own, man. If those guys keep doing that, but eventually, right, you see what happens. For those guys that constantly, unless you're like a, shout out to Marvelous Marvin Hagler, right? Marvin Hagler campaigned at middleweight his whole career because he was a disciplined guy. I think he just fought at his natural weight, man. You know, he stayed at that weight. He didn't balloon up in between fights. He just fought at that weight, whereas a lot of other guys, you know, they fluctuate, they make a weight, they blow up in between fights. He just stayed at that one weight, man. But naturally, guys fight at weights that they're comfortable with a size advantage at in boxing. This is how it's been forever. You know, but eventually, you know, as you get older, especially as you get older, the more you do this to your body and you're getting older, wear and tear, it's just like a car, right? When you pull that car off the lot, 0 miles on it is nice. After a couple of years, the miles start piling up, the wear and tear, right? Same thing in life. Same thing with boxing. Fight after fight, camp after camp. Yes, you're making the weight, but the wear and tear. So at some point, as a professional prize fighter, an older prize fighter moving up in age, you gotta move up. You know, look who crashed out, right? Because they've been, like I said, I gotta throw you out there, brother. Stop hiding. Why don't you come out and come clean? You know, you should have came clean many years ago. Earl Spence grew out the welterweight division. But yet he was so gimmicked out, manufactured out, that they kept him around. They lied, right? Yo, they lied, right? Now this is a dude, right, that did not live a fighter's lifestyle, right? He did not live a fighter's lifestyle, man. Undisciplined, drug addict, alcoholic, partying, doing all this shit, right? Ballooning up in weight, then depleting his body time after time. to make a weight that he really outgrew already. Then you add to the fact all the stuff that I just mixed in, right? Then add this. This is what was the dagger. You know what the dagger was? The accident. The car accident, right? Because you don't have a career-ending car accident, because that's what that was. That was a career-ending car accident that, you know, they manufactured him back and said that, you know, well, he said it, but lied his ass off. No broken bones. I'm a savage. Meanwhile, when the pictures came out, he looked like the mask. He looked like the mask, right? But see, this is what happens when you are unhonorable and you lie all the time. Shit catches up to you. But Earl Spence should have been a middleweight, right? Look, he's only went up 7 pounds if he's gonna fight, man. You know, so you know, God bless him. You know, I think that's another dangerous fight for him. If the fight even happens, you know, they talking about dates, right? Over there, look, we're heading into August. They only had 3 dates on the calendar. So, like I said, if the fight happens, God bless him. You know, who's his coach? Where is he training at? You know, these are the things that nobody's talking about. But they're talking about him fighting for potentially a title. But hey, what do I know, man, right? What do I know? Yes, he caught up believing the hype. Yes, he did. Yes, he did, T. And you know, we know, T. That's what I always say, but hey, what do I know? I don't think so either, T. And I'm hoping, you know, when that fight does roll around, the odds is out there, because I'm going to try to make me a shitload of money. Because, you know, you're still going to have, listen, you're going to have all of the content creators, the YouTubers that have been programmed forever and a day, right? That was the ones that they still in shock. And we're rolling up on the anniversary of the T-Mobile massacre. These were the guys that Earl Spence was the conqueror, that meanwhile, they had no clue that he only fought 2 southpaws his whole career, right? They had no clue, but Earl Spence was this indestructible god to them, bro. Those are going to be the same ones that's going to put the money out there and be willing to think that EJ's is going to come back and beat EJ or O. Let's get rich, T. Let's get rich. Because we got to take all that money. Because EJ is going to go out there and not beat EJ. Boxing don't work like that, man. Boxing don't work like that. That's the reason why he's really hiding now, too. Because he's not EJ no more, man. He is Eddie Kane. He's Eddie Kane, man. But hey, what do we know, T? Man, I had a wonderful walk with my guys. Look at this guy right here, though, man. That's Mr. Diesel. Zeus Diesel. Zeus Diesel. And Daffy. About to bring them to the house now, man. But I appreciate y'all in here with me, man. The views is up, man. All we got to start doing is getting the likes up. Because, see, a lot of y'all watching my shit, and y'all secretly, y'all know who y'all are, man. It's all right, man. Like I said, man, my new name is whatever you want to put me down as. Whether you want to acknowledge me as an executive, as a coach, as a team member, but just acknowledge me as a professional that is running laps around content creators who didn't support content. But this is all y'all do. This is all y'all do is content, talk. But telling me I talk too much, man. Come out of hiding, man. A lot of you are like the niggas that y'all idol worship and looked up to. Y'all are cowards to me with no honor. With no honor, man. Until you give it up for honor, you never grow. Until you give it up for honor, you never go. Until you give it up for honor, and I quote, Jesus Shuttlesworth, get that hatred out your heart, or you just gonna end up another nigga. The news by Shy News. Hopefully you caught that sauce. You know, you do have options.